November 23rd, 2014, from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It was the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Giants on Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys won the toss and they elected to receive. They would go 3-and-out on their first possession, and the Giants would take over with about 14 minutes on the clock in the first quarter. They had the ball on their own 20. They were faced with a 3rd and 5 from their own 25. A couple plays later, Eli dropped back to pass and he hit Odell Beckham Jr. for a 12-yard reception to make it a first down on the 37. Then on 3rd and 3 from the Giants' 44, Eli hit Randall for a 21-yard pass that made it a first down in Dallas territory at the 35. Then on 3rd and 1 from the 26, Hanoski ran for 4 yards to pick up a first down on the 22. Eli then dropped back to pass and he dumped it off to Rashad Jennings, who then ran for 15 yards all the way to the 7 to make it 1st and goal. Williams then ran for 4 yards, and an incomplete pass made it 3rd and goal from the 3. Eli dropped back and he hit Odell Beckham Jr. for the 3-yard touchdown pass that put the Giants on the scoreboard, and it was now New York 7, Dallas nothing. The Giants then would kick off, and the Cowboys would now take over on their own 20 with about 7 minutes left in the first. They brought the ball to midfield when on 3rd and 1 from the 29, Romo hit Hanna for a 27-yard pass that made it a first down on the Giants' 44. Romo then went to Williams, and it was an 18-yard reception that made it a first down on the 26 of New York for the Cowboys. Their drive would stall on the 20, and Dan Bailey would come out to attempt the 38-yard field goal. It was up, it was good, and it was now 7-3 New York over Dallas. The Giants now would take over with less than 3 minutes left in the first. They had it on their own 34. They're faced with a 2nd and 11 from the 33 on the next play, and Eli threw it to Odell Beckham Jr. for a 13-yard pass to make it a first down on the Giants' 46. Then on 3rd and 12 from the 44, Eli went to Fells, and they picked up 13 yards to make it a first down on the 43 as the first quarter came to a close. So after 1 quarter of play, the score was New York 7, Dallas 3. Or actually, yeah. So now the Giants would open up the second quarter with a first down on the Cowboys' 43. Eli Manning dropped back to pass and he aired it out, and Odell Beckham made one of the most amazing catches in the history of football, as he seemed to catch the ball with his fingertips, and somewhat like with his thumb he kind of rolled the ball in and he somehow caught the pass. Everybody on social media went insane. And it was now a touchdown that made it 14-13 Giants over the Cowboys on that 43-yard catch by Odell Beckham Jr. So now the Cowboys would take over with about just a little less than 10 seconds, about 15 seconds off the clock in the second quarter. They had the ball on their own 23. Then on 2nd and 5 from the 40, after they had picked up a pair of first downs, DeMarco Murray ran for 13 yards to make it a first down across midfield at the Giants' 47. Then on 3rd and 2 from the 39, Romo hit Witten for a 6-yard pass to make it a first down on the 33. Romo then hit Dunbar, and he ran and made it a 26-yard pass, and it was a first down on the 7-yard line, 1st and goal, and DeMarco Murray ran for 3 yards to make it 2nd and goal on the 4, and Romo hit Jason Witten, and it was a 4-yard touchdown as it was Witten, and it was now a 4-point game with the score Giants 14, Cowboys 10. The Giants now took over on their own 20 after the kickoff with about 9 minutes left before halftime. They picked up a first down with a 12-yard run by Jennings that made it a first down on the 32. Jennings then lost 4 yards on first down that he just picked up, and then on 2nd and 14 from the 28, he picked up 6 to make it 3rd and 8 from the 34. Eli dropped back and he hit Odell Beckham Jr. for a 14-yard reception and the first down at midfield at the Giants' 48. They then got a false start, and that brought the ball back to the 43. And then a couple plays later, it was 3rd and 6 from the Cowboys 48. Eli dropped back and he went to Odell Beckham Jr. and he picked up 12 yards. It was now a first down on the Cowboys 36 for the G-men. Williams then ran for 18 yards, and that brought the ball to the red zone. And on first down from the 18, Williams then picked up another 2 yards, and an unnecessary roughness call against the defense made it 1st and goal on the 8 for the Giants. Williams then picked up 5 on first down, and it was now 2nd and goal from the 3, and they gave it back to Williams, and he punched it into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown that made it New York 21, Dallas 10. So the Giants now were up by 11 points. There's about a little over 3 minutes left before halftime, and the Cowboys would end up going 3 and out and punting the ball back to the Giants, who would take over just before the 2-minute warning. A 2-yard pass brought it to the 2-minute warning. It would end up being 2nd and 8 from the 37, and Eli was sacked by Selvi, and now the Giants took a timeout, and it was 3rd and 9, and a penalty, a false start, made it 3rd and 14. Eli was then sacked, this time for a 9-yard loss by Mincy, and out came the punting unit. So now the Cowboys would get the ball with about a minute left before halftime. And on first down from the 30, Romo went to Dez Bryant. He picked up 9 yards, and then they went for another pass for 9 yards, and that made it a first down on the Cowboys 48. Romo then went to DeMarco Murray. He picked up 7. Romo spiked the ball, and it was now 3rd and 3 from the Giants 45. Romo dropped back to pass, and he was sacked by Kiwanuka, and he forced the fumble. It was recovered by JPP, Jason Pierre-Paul, and now the Giants took over on the Cowboys 42 with just 9 seconds left before halftime. And Eli got called for intentional grounding, and it was now 2nd and 20, and then they threw a pass, and Odell Beckham Jr. picked up 22 yards, but the half came to a close, and at halftime the score was New York Giants 21, Dallas Cowboys 10. So now to start off the 3rd quarter, the Giants would get the ball first, but they would go 3 and out on their first possession in the second half, and so they would punt the ball to the Cowboys, who would take over on their own 28 with about 13 minutes left on the clock in the 3rd. On 2nd and 5 from the 33, DeMarco Murray ran for 11 yards to pick up a first down on the 44 of Dallas. Then on 3rd and 19, Romo threw an incomplete pass after having done the same on 2nd and 19, and out came the punting unit. So now the Giants would get the ball, and they would end up going 3 and out and punting it right back to Dallas, who now would take over on their own 35 with about 8.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Romo went to Murray on a short pass. He then took it for 15 yards and a first down at the 50. It then would end up being 3rd and 5 from the New York Giants 45. Romo dropped back to pass, and he hit Beasley for a 45-yard touchdown that made this a 4-point game, as it was now New York 21, Dallas 17. The Giants then took over with about 6.5 minutes left in the 3rd. They had the ball on their own 24. They ended up being faced with a 3rd and 12 from the 22. Eli dropped back, and he hit Fells for a 13-yard pass. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the defense made a first down at the 50. It was then 2nd and 10 from the 50, and Eli hit Williams on a short pass that he took for 12 yards to make it a first down on the 38. Then on 3rd and 2 from the 30, Eli went to Odell Beckham Jr. for a 12-yard pass that made a first down in the red zone on the 18 for the Giants. An incomplete pass brought up 2nd down. Eli dropped back to pass, and he was intercepted by Church, as Church took Eli to church, and it was now Cowboys ball at the 48. Right there at midfield, they gave it to DeMarco Murray. He ran for 3 yards on first down. On 2nd and 7 from the 49, DeMarco Murray ran for 18 to make it a first down on the Giants 31. Then on 2nd and 10 from the 31, Tony Romo dropped back, and he hit Dez Bryant for a 31-yard touchdown, as the Cowboys took the lead with the score Dallas 24, New York Giants 21. The Giants now would get the ball on their own 13 after the kickoff with about a minute left in the 3rd. Eli went to Jennings for a 5-yard pass, and on 2nd and 5, Jennings then ran for a first down with a 7-yard run that brought the 3rd quarter to a close. So after 3 quarters of play, the score was Dallas 24, New York 21. So now to open up the 4th quarter, the Giants had the ball on their own 25. They would end up having to punt the ball, though, a few plays later from the 38, and the Cowboys would take over on their own 38 with about 12 minutes left in this game. But the Cowboys would punt the ball back to the Giants 5 plays later from the Giants 42, and the Giants would now get the ball with about 9 minutes left on the clock in the fourth quarter on their own 7-yard line. On 2nd and 8, though, they picked up a first down when Eli hit Randall for a 12-yard pass. They made a first down on the 21 of New York. Then on 2nd and 14, Eli went to Parker for a 16-yard reception. They made it a first down on the New York 33. They were then faced with a 3rd and 7 from the 36, and Eli went to Larry Donnell in the tight end, picked up 16 yards to make it a first down in Dallas territory at midfield at the 48. Then on 2nd and 3 from the 41, Eli hit Jennings and he ran 27 yards. And that made it a first down in the red zone at the Dallas 14. Then on 2nd and 5 from the 9, Eli hit Jennings and he ran it for 8 yards. And it was now 1st and goal from the 1. Jennings then ran for no gain, and then Hanoski ran for no gain. It was 3rd and goal from the 1, and Eli went to Robinson, and it was a 1-yard touchdown to put the Giants back in the lead, now by 4 points with the score, New York 28, Dallas 24. The Cowboys now took over with just 3 minutes on the clock, trailing by 4, needing a touchdown as a field goal would do them no good, and needing 80 yards to get to the end zone. On first down, Romo went to Dez Bryant and picked up 4 yards. Romo then dropped back on 2nd and 6 from the 24, and he went to Witten, and it was a 5-yard reception to make it 3rd and 1 from the 29. DeMarco Murray then picked up 9 yards, and that brought us to the 2-minute warning as it was a first down now on the Dallas 38 for the Cowboys. A neutral zone infraction would make it 1st and 5 from the 43. Romo then dropped back, and he hit Beasley for a 21-yard pass that made it a first down in New York territory at the 36. Romo then hit Witten, and it was a first down as it was a 15-yard pass and a holding penalty, but it was declined because of the first down. Now on the New York 21, Romo dropped back and he hit Dez Bryant for an 8-yard pass that made it 2nd and 2 on the 13. Romo then went back to Dez Bryant, this time for the touchdown, a 13-yard touchdown pass to put the Cowboys back in the lead as the score was now Dallas 31, New York 28. The Giants now would get the ball back with a minute left on the clock. Eli would then drop back on first down and throw an incomplete pass that would bring up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Eli then went to Donald. He picked up 8 yards, and the Giants called their first timeout. It was now 3rd and 2 from the 28, and Eli threw another incomplete pass. The Giants now were forced to go for it on 4th and 2 from the 28. Eli dropped back. He hit Jennings. He picked up 2 yards. But at first it was a first down, but they ended up going to the booth, and it was ruled short, and it ended up being a turnover on downs as the Cowboys would get the stop and get the ball back, and all that was left to do was for Tony Romo to take a knee as the Cowboys won this game 31-28. And with the victory, the Cowboys are now 8-3 in first place in the NFC East. They're 5-0 on the road. The Giants are 3-8, 2-4 at home on the season. Tony Romo was 18 for 26 in this game with 275 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. DeMarco Murray had 24 carries for 121 yards, and Dez Bryant had 86 yards off of 7 receptions, 2 of which were for touchdowns. Eli Manning was 29 for 40 with 338 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Rashad Jennings had 19 carries for 52 yards on the ground. He also caught 8 passes for 68 yards. Odell Beckham Jr. had 10 catches for 146 yards, including 2 touchdowns. And on defense, the leading tackler in this game was Rolando McClain of the Dallas Cowboys. He had 11 tackles, 2 of which were for losses. Church had the game's lone interception, and both teams had 2 sacks. Mincy and Selvai had sacks, 1 sack apiece for the Cowboys each, and Moore and Kiwanuka each had a sack for the Giants. So this one comes down to the wire, and Tony Romo leads the Cowboys to a dramatic fourth quarter comeback at the end after it looked like Eli had led the Giants to a fourth quarter victory. But Tony Romo turns the table right back on them and leads the Cowboys down to score with just a minute left on the clock. And the Cowboys get a big victory in prime time with the final score, Dallas 31, New York 28.